The Cheetah Championship final here at the World Series of Bowling seems to be a classic David and Goliath matchup. 23-year-old Ryan Simonelli versus Hall of Famer and 32-time PBA Tour title winner Norm Duke. Simonelli doesn't appear to be feeling the pressure, at least not yet.
I was actually pretty relaxed. He's actually good friends of the guy who is backing me now. And he was telling me that my backer texted him and told him to take it easy on his kid.
Ryan even said before we went out there, are we going to have fun? We said, I don't know. Depends on who wins. Somebody's going to have some fun, I'm sure of that.
He's from Buffalo, New York. Please welcome Ryan Simonelli.
Now I'm getting a little nervous. I'm getting close to the exemption to win, and that's what I'm fighting for. So now it's within grasp. Now I'm thinking about it.
And he's capable of burying me. He's capable of burying anybody because in this bowling center, all week long, that's what he's done.
One of the greatest legends the sport has ever produced. Please welcome PBA Hall of Famer, Norm Duke.
You know, the people were cheering for both of us. And, you know, people are making little comments, you know, there was some laughs. Me and Norm were joking around as well. And with the fans, it was good interacting, and it definitely kept me calm.
Simonelli will start us off on this best of 7 match play finals here at the Cheetah Championships. Good start for the southpaw.
Yeah, he doesn't leave anything in the bag. He just gets a whole handful. Ryan Simonelli's got a lot of game, but he doesn't have the experience of a Norm Duke. And even though Norm Duke won at the age of 18, Norm's come a long way since then. And if you look at what he's done the last 10 years, his last 10 has probably been his best.
Norm Duke looking for his 33rd Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour title. You see over his left shoulder wearing the bright yellow jacket. His mom, Martha Crooks, in attendance, as is his aunt. And both of our finalists start off with strikes.
For the first time ever in the history of the PBA, we're going to have a best 4 out of 7 title match. For Ryan Simonelli, the newcomer, first time on television, it's a huge advantage for him because he knows that if he gets off to a bad start, he still has other games to make it up.
Second frame for Duke. Back-to-back opening jacks for Storm and Norman.
What'd you expect?
About what we got. Simonelli with the strike in the first. Here he is in the second. Oh, the late kick of the 7 for the lefty from Buffalo.
Both Simonelli and Duke would strike in the second frame of Game 1. But then Simonelli began to have some issues. Leaving the 7 on this pair of lanes had been a problem for Simonelli in another tournament.
The semifinal in the sweeper that I bowled, where I shot a .190 to lose, I actually was bowling on that pair. And I left 3 plaque 7s on that lane, on that left lane.
But Simonelli and his urethane ball seem to have put the history on this pair behind, stringing together 2 more strikes. Meanwhile, Norm was having problems of his own.
Norm in the 5th. Oof, right through the nose.
That's called the Greek Church. There's only one thing worse than throwing a big 4 when you have a 4-bagger, and that's leaving a Greek Church on a 4-bagger, which is exactly what Norm did.
Norm would strike in frame 6, but even so, he had opened the door wide for Simonelli.
So a strike for Norm in the 6th. Here's Simonelli looking for 3 in a row. Again with the 7.
Sometimes throwing urethane, you're going to leave those plaque 7s.
And he would leave the 7 again in the 7th frame on that left lane. But Duke failed to capitalize, leaving the 10 in frame 7. And the 6 pin in the 8th.
I mean, this match has come down to two things. Ryan Simonelli not being able to carry the 7-pin on the left lane, and Norm Duke getting off to a red-hot start, and now all of a sudden he needs a roadmap to get to the pocket. Norm Duke, 10th frame, working on a strike, and strike out to shoot 232 and put all the pressure on young Simonelli.
Gets the 10 to drop, but leaves the 4-7.
While Duke continued to search for a fix, Simonelli dialed in the double he needed to win the game.
I expected to be so anxious and so worked up that I would make multiple bad shots. I felt pretty good. I felt confident in what I was doing physically.